Right now, there is someone in your life who feels absolutely nothing about you. Not less, not a little. Nothing. If you disappeared tomorrow, their day would continue exactly the same. No disturbance, no weight, no second thought. And the worst part? You probably trust them. Think for a second. Who came to your mind just now? Don't ignore that. Your brain didn't pick randomly. Psychology has a name for this kind of person, and once you understand how they actually work, you will start remembering conversations that felt off, moments you ignored, things that didn't quite add up. And you'll realize something uncomfortable. You've met one before. Statistically, 1 out of every 100 people is like this. In a room of 50 people, 1. In your school, multiple. In your workplace, probably one you see every week. And no, they don't look dangerous. They don't act strange. They don't stand out. Most of them are exactly the opposite. Calm, confident, easy to talk to. The kind of person you feel comfortable around quickly. That's not an accident. That's the design. Because if they looked dangerous, this wouldn't work. Let's make this very simple. When you see someone in pain, you feel something. Even if you don't show it, even if you try to ignore it, something still hits. Now, imagine this. Same situation, same person crying, same words. But inside, nothing happens. No reaction, no discomfort, no emotional signal. Not because they're hiding it, because there's nothing there to hide. They don't turn empathy off. They were never running it. And this is where people get it completely wrong. They think psychopaths choose not to care. No. They don't experience the thing you're expecting them to feel. So when they hurt you, they don't process it the way you do. There's no internal consequence. No voice saying that was wrong. To them, it was just an action. And that is where it gets worse. If this sounds obvious, then why don't you notice it? Because you're not supposed to. Psychopaths don't survive by being obvious. They survive by being better at appearing normal than normal people. They study reactions. They observe patterns. They learn what makes people trust, what makes people open up, what makes people stay. And then they perform it perfectly, not emotionally, strategically. That moment when you felt, wow, they really understand me. That wasn't connection. That was accuracy. They weren't relating to you. They were reading you. There is one pattern that shows up again and again. They make you feel sorry for them. Not once, not occasionally, consistently. Their life is always difficult. Their story always justifies their behavior. And somehow you end up giving more than you planned. Your time, your attention, your energy, your forgiveness. And it feels natural, because you think you're helping. But look back carefully. Was it always them receiving? Because there's something else you dismissed. This is where it gets uncomfortable. Because these are things you've probably noticed and dismissed. They don't answer questions directly. You ask something simple. They respond with something slightly off. Close enough to move on, but never exact. Their stories shift. Small details change. Nothing dramatic. Just enough that something feels loose. And when something goes wrong, it's never really their fault. There's always a reason, a situation, another person, bad timing, but never ownership. And then there's the feeling.
You leave conversations with them slightly drained, slightly confused, slightly smaller. Not enough to confront, but enough to notice. That feeling matters more than anything I've said so far. You don't need to diagnose anyone. You don't need to label anyone. But you do need to stop ignoring that signal. That moment where something feels off, even when everything looks perfect. Because your brain notices patterns before you can explain them. And sometimes, the most dangerous people in your life are the ones who never gave you a clear reason to doubt them. They didn't break your trust loudly. They slowly replaced your sense of what normal feels like. And if one person came to your mind during this video, don't ignore that.